music is something that uplifts us, it comforts us and unites us as well. Our next guest harnesses that power of music in the most important of ways.
Annabel Kevis is a registered music therapist who works with children in palliative care along with their families. She develops special programs with these children to support them emotionally, physically and socially. And to tell us more, Annabel joins us now. Annabel, it's great to have you on the program. I just wanted to first ask you, I know you do a lot of work at Cottage and at other places. How are the kids going during this COVID pandemic and particularly the areas that are in lockdown?
Well, when I see the families online, it's wonderful actually, because when I'm working with them with the music, it's really a time where they can forget all that for a while and focus on each other and on their relationships. So I've got to say, most of the time, because I'm working with them in such a positive way, I'm seeing the children in a very positive way. When there are times when I'm concerned about the functioning of the family, whether there might be a lot of stress. I mean, I'm working as part of a team, so I'm able to confer with my social work colleagues or nursing staff about what I might be seeing. But most of the time when I'm working with them online, it is such a positive experience.
Positive for you and positive for the kids and family as well, I'm sure. It's good to see that this music therapy has been able to continue online. It is Music Therapy Week. What is it that you do with the kids?
Well, when I'm in-house, at the moment I'm working entirely online and working with the children and their families in the community. When I'm working in-house, not in lockdown, there are several components to my work. One is that I run a group every morning for the children with a child life therapist colleague whom we just saw on screen there. And the aims of those groups would be to help the children connect with each other socially, raise their mood, stimulate their cognition, encourage their movement. So that would be one aspect of my work. I also do, I'm working very much as part of a team, and one of the focuses of our work as a team at Cottage is we do a lot of memory making. And my contribution to memory making is twofold. One is that I will write songs with a family, because music has this capacity to hold emotions safely, and sometimes there are things that families want to be able to say to each other and to their child, and we'll write a song together and the music will hold it and we'll record it, and I've even had the experience of families taking a song like that and playing it subsequently at the funeral of their child after their child has died. But music can also connect us without words. And one of the other things I do at Cottage, I have a beautiful instrument to play called a Reverie Harp. And it is believed that hearing is the last sense that we lose at end of life. So I can play this harp for a child who is approaching death, or at times when they might be distressed about something. And they are able to be soothed by that. But perhaps one of the most wonderful things about the Reverie Harp is the way it's tuned. It's actually a very simple instrument to show non-musicians how to play. So I actually will show siblings or parents how to play it. So when I'm not actually at Cottage, if they want to be with their child, and so particularly for siblings, it can be hard to know what to say, but if they can sit with them and play this harp to their sibling, it's something that lovely that they can do with them and connect with their sibling.
Yeah, I love that this is what you do. It's not just a performance, but it's interactive with the kids and their families. What sort of change, what do you notice in the reaction from these kids?
Oftentimes I find people confuse music therapy with just singing to children. You're quite right, it is very interactive. An important tool I have as a therapist is the use of entrainment, which is a way of synchronising or mirroring what someone's doing. So sometimes the children, when they log on, if they've had a bad night or they're unsettled, I'm talking about while we're doing lockdown, I may just begin a session by singing and reflecting what's happening. Oh, your eyes are closed, you're listening to me, you're lying very still. And gradually they might start to move something, or they might start to vocalise, and then I can match my music to what's happening, and I can also help the parent who's beside them with that response. And in that way, gradually encouraging the child to turn outwards a little bit and to communicate with me. And one of the silver linings of this lockdown and working in this way is when I'm in house, I see children, they may come in for respite and I may see them for a week and then they'll go home again. At the moment, I'm seeing children for regular sessions every single week, and they've come to anticipate what the session's about, and it is such a joy to me. We'll log on and a child will already be patting a drum and looking towards the camera. They're waiting. They really want this time.
That's so nice to have something like that to look forward to, not just for the kids but also for the families who have watched their children go through really challenging, painful times and, difficult times day on day. To see that joy in their kids must be such a welcome thing for them.
Well, there's a lot of research, and much of it's Australian, which shows the efficacy of music therapy in helping us with our relational bonds. So it has, when we're having that session together and everyone is spontaneous, there's a sense of playfulness, it's a very positive interaction. And it does have, I believe it's having a carry-on effect. So whatever's happening for the family in that day, we've had that half hour of time in which people's moods have been lifted, children start to respond more. And it's wonderful to watch that and to see it week after week and to have the children coming online in such a positive way.